starting defensive lineup for our Franklin Panthers. Number 1, Noah Stitt, defensive end.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Panther Pit on the Facebook and YouTube live stream, as we are officially now streaming on YouTube of Backlot Cinemas and Backlot Cinemas YouTube page, the Facebook and YouTube page. So if you'd like to watch this game and get our audio, you can search for it on Backlot Cinemas Facebook page or YouTube page, and you can see all of the action tonight. All right, the band is on the field, as you can see on screen. We're going to take a break inside of the Carolina Junction Power Equipment pregame show. Come back, got an injury report to get to, and we're going to get to first quarter action in just about 10 minutes. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
Number 50, Jesse Siegel, defensive tackle. Number 52, Gavin Riddle, defensive tackle. Number 53, Josh Blackburn, defensive end. Franklin Panthers are coached by head coach Josh Brooks. Be reminded, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and Franklin High School welcomes you to tonight's game and reminds you of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association's initiative.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way. And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
You don't have to train like it's the biggest game of the year. That's nonsense. Use 1040.com. Your taxes, smart and simple.
Keep in mind that the Boosters Club has fresh smoked pork barbecue.
Welcome back to the Panther Pit as we get set for kickoff tonight. It's the Carolina Junction Power Equipment pregame show. George Young back with you alongside Byron McClure, Mike Wood, our Nathan's Body Shop and Record Service sideline reporter. The captains for the Panthers are coming out onto the field, and Pisgah's coming out onto the field, the entire team. They're going to walk to the other side and come onto the field. We'll have the toss of the coin here right directly. But before we get the toss of the coin with our captain down on the field, let's get a quick injury report, Byron.
Yeah, Panthers still missing this week. Dylan Price and Jarrett Evans out of action this week. That's a good thing. Only 2 on the injured report this week, George. Other than the usual dings and bruises in week 11, week 10, everything is okay. Week 11, I should say. Yeah. We're moving along.
One thing that Coach Brooks told me, Byron, is we're about to get the toss of the coin, meeting at midfield. this was one of the only weeks this year that everybody that could practice practiced.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to get to see a couple of those practices. What a week of practice. I think the intensity out there matched what they had in the film room with Mike Wood.
Let's head down to the field for the toss of the coin and the head referee.
Yeah, we're down here in midfield, George, with the white hat, getting ready to get started.
All right, gentlemen, you hear this every week. Sportsmanship both ways and respect for each other. All righty. Pisgah's a visiting team. I've got a coin with a head and a tail. Head and a tail. You're going to call it before I flip it. And if I drop it, I'll pick it up and reflip. What do you call it?
Tails.
Tails, he said. It's a head, Captain. You've won the toss. Franklin has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half.
All right, another win with that coin toss. It seems like every week Franklin wins the coin toss, and every week they elect to defer to the second half. So that means the Pisgah Black Bear offense will come onto the field first, and the Panther defense is going to have a tough challenge tonight. Byron going to be on the field first.
A lot to talk about. Corey Griffith, the quarterback, only a sophomore, leads this team. You'll see him tonight handing the ball off to Devin Dodgen, another sophomore. Jonathan Mahaffey, a senior. And his big targets down the field are going to be number 1, Zeke Long, number 3, Tanner Wyke. And, of course, we've got to mention the North Carolina State football recruit, number 13, Cameron Walker. He's a 6'5", 240, 250-pound kid. Looks really good in a football uniform. Franklin defense has a big task at hand tonight.
And he just was selected this week to participate in the Shrine Bowl in December.
Very, very big honor for someone out in this part of the state to get that. Congratulations to that young man.
Here come the Panthers onto the field. We're going to take a break, our final break here on the Carolina Junction Power Equipment pregame show. And when we come back, we'll kick it off across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Bryson Burt with Homestar Mortgage. I am a direct mortgage lender and I finance dreams. Are you ready to buy a home? Good news, I can help you achieve the dream of home ownership. We have programs that can allow you to finance the dream with zero money down. Here at Homestar Financial, we take pride in helping our clients find the perfect mortgage that fits their needs. If you or anyone you know is looking to purchase a home, let me help finance their dream. Call me today or stop by my office.
Into the stands on this cool and rainy evening. Conway puts his foot into it. It's going to be a low liner, and it's bobbled briefly at about the 10-yard line. Going to be picked up at the 11, forced near side at the 15-16. Out of bounds right there is Tanner Wyke, and we'll call his name a lot, Byron.
We sure will. Great kick there by Sam Conway. Week to week, you know, special teams, gauging their opponent and the speed they have in the return team. We decide whether to kick it deep or sort of do these little pooch kicks. But a nice leg there by Sam Conway, scooped up by Wyke, and a great tackle there in the open field.
Griffith, the quarterback for the Pisgah Black Bears, will set up in the gun. On first down, he claps it in hands right up the middle, maybe a yard at the most. right up the gut for the Pisgah ball carrier, Eric Robinson. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Black Bears.
Big Jesse Siegel plug in the hole there for the Panthers.
They'll work quickly, will the Pisgah Black Bears. Spread the field, 4 wide set. Griffith out of the gun, claps his hands. Had some movement across the offensive and defensive line, but no flag. Griffith looks at the far side. Now he's set, claps his hands again, grabs the shotgun snap, drops in the pocket. Now going to be flushed out, going to heave one. Near side has a receiver, and it's broken up at about the 45-yard line. Cochran breaks it up. Tanner White was the intended receiver.
What an exceptional play. Mike Wood, you described that one for us.
Yeah, the quarterback on the rollout to the left, his primary receiver wasn't open, and in the film we watched all week, he will look for number 3. Number 3 tried to break away. Great play there by Dylan Cochran.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 9 yards to go. 11:05 to go in the opening quarter.
Byron, you won't see this quarterback for Pisgah run much tonight. Likes to give the ball up.
That's what he showed us last year, too. Of course, he was a freshman.
Griffith out of the gun on 3rd and long. 4 down linemen for the Panthers. Griffith going to roll far side. Being chased, Griffith going to heave one, and it's incomplete on the near side. One hopped his intended receiver, Devin Dodgett, and it's going to bring on the punting unit. 4th down.
What a huge first defensive stand for the Franklin Panthers.
Yeah, great pressure on the quarterback there. Josh Blackburn, Gavin, looked like the linebacker Seth Price chasing that kid. And like you say, Byron, he's going to give it up. He's not going to run it.
Brings up 4th down.
On to punt things away for the Pisgah Black Bears is Cameron Walker. Standing back at his 48-yard line is Tyler Harrison. Walker awaiting the snap at his 6. It's back. He gets it out of there. Going to angle it near side. Hits at the 45 and then goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over in Black Bear territory. 1st down and 10.
Nice starting point for the Franklin Panther offense on the Pisgah side of the field, Mike Wood. It's going to be fun to see here. Blake Gibson, what a week he had last week, huh?
Oh, man, the kid threw it all over the place over there at East Henderson. Receivers made some great catches. It was fun to watch the air attack last week.
1st and 10 for Gibson and company. He'll send 2 receivers up top. Gibson works out of the gun. He's going to hand off to Tyler Harrison. Pushes it far side. Harrison turns the corner. 45 and chased out of bounds right up to about the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him 2 yards shy on the line to gain. Got to bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Panthers.
That play starts on this near hash, Mike. It took him forever to find a seam, but finally got the vision and went for 8 yards.
Yeah, very patient there, waiting for his blocks to be set up. He saw a little kick-out block he liked, planted that foot, and got upfield for a nice gain.
10:49 to go. First quarter, we are scoreless. First offensive possession for the Panthers after the Black Bears went 3 and out. Their first offensive possession. They got the ball first to begin this ball game. As on 2nd and 2 yards to go, Blake Gibson going to hand to Price. He goes up the middle, then going to kick it out. Go right side across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. I believe he's going to have enough for the 1st down, and it looks like he will. That'll be a Macon Furniture Mart 1st down. Well, I say that, and they're going to mark it right at the 38. He may be shy of the line to gain. It looks like he will be. 3rd down and inches coming up for the Panthers.
Stuck his head in there in the original hole, pulled back out and tried to go wide right. Chased down by Jonathan Mahaffey.
Now they're going to bring the chains across the way and measure it here on the near side. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC brought to you in part by Dodge Packaging Specialties, your hometown commercial and industrial supplier of paper towels, janitorial supplies, packaging materials, safety materials, and a lot more. Serving Macon and surrounding counties for over 35 years. 369-7584. It's DodgePackaging.net. On the internet, as the crowd will signal a Panther 1st down after they stretch the chains out. 10:23 to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless here at the pit tonight.
Yet to attempt a pass, but there was a lot of work done this week in practice, George, on routes and execution of routes by this Franklin Panther receiving squad.
One loss this year for Pisgah. That was an out-of-state team from Tennessee. Twins up top as the pitch is going to go in the backfield to Isaac Dewey. Dewey cuts across the 40 down to about the 34-yard line before he is stopped and dropped after a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 as we took under 10 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
Number 75, the senior Taryn Brown. Mike Wood, he's a monster there in the middle.
Yeah, very tough in the middle. And, you know, in my opinion, that's where the game lies, the front four of Pisgah against our offensive line.
Gibson under center. Takes out, hands to Dewey. Dewey, left side, tries to turn the corner, then cuts it up at the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. Maybe a yard or two at the most. Is going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Panthers. We'll call it 3rd and 6.
Dewey headed toward the left tackle there, thought he had room, and the linebacker just steps right up.
Panthers look to the near side with 18 on the play clock. Down to 9 minutes and 14 seconds on the game clock. Work from the far hash at the Black Bear 33-yard line. Shotgun for Blake Gibson. He'll send Saunders in motion. Grab the shotgun snap. Drop deep in the pocket. Roll near side. Now take it back across the field. Gibson with some grass in front of him. Going to turn the corner. 35 and roped out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. I think he's going to be a yard shy of the line to gain.
What a valiant effort, though, by Blake Gibson. Eluded a couple tackles, Mike Wood.
Yeah, a little different for Blake. Rolled out to the right, nothing there. Squeezed back to the left side, took off running. I thought at the end of the play, Byron, we had a little horse collar over there on the other sideline.
It's going to be a yard shy, so 4th and a yard coming up. 8:50 to go with the clock stopped now after it got out of bounds to the far side. They'll go for it at the Black Bear 29-yard line. Gibson under center. Lone back Dewey. Just a quarterback sneak right up the middle. That offensive line moves that Pisgah defensive line for about a gain of 2 yards. That's all he needed. And that'll be enough for a Panther first down. Making Furniture Mart first down, Mike.
Great surge by that front offensive line. Chris hadn't really got off the ball. They worked with Chris this week. That kid's really tough with Pisgah. Chris has got to move his feet a bunch tonight. He's not going to win the battle up top in the strength, so they worked on his footwork this week. Great example right there.
If I'm not mistaken, that kid's a state champion in wrestling.
On first down, the Panthers will work quickly. Hand to Dewey, right side. Dewey fighting his way in traffic down to about the 20, maybe the 19-yard line. And we've got whistles. Is there a flag? Yes, there is.
On the offense. 10-yard penalty. Spot of the foul.
I believe it was holding. Turns on his mic, but there's like a second delay before it registers up here. And we didn't get the beginning of the call, but it's a 10-yarder on the offense. It's going to push it back to the 38-yard line. 1st and 20 coming up for the Panthers.
And that will be a struggle. Of course, I was talking about Taryn Brown as the state championship caliber wrestler there for the Pisgah Bears, number 75. So strong up top, to your point, Mike Wood.
Yeah, and he's got, as Jay was working with the lineman this week, he's got really good hands, knows how to play inside.
Shotgun for Gibson on 1st and 20. Drops deep in the pocket. Going to heave one far side, and it is through the hands of Bailey Watts at about the 10-yard line.
Well, the two Pisgah defenders take themselves out there. That Mike Wood, Bailey Watts had a lot of hand fighting there down the field, though.
Yeah, man, it was good defense, good offense right there. Had a little post corner route, and actually Blake threw a perfect ball over the two defenders of Pisgah, hit Bailey right in the chest. That kid doesn't miss many like that, Byron.
Going to bring up 2nd and 20. In a game like this, you've got to capitalize on anything that you're given. And that was one that I know Bailey wants back. Trips up top, one to the near side on 2nd and 20. Going to hand to Tyler Harrison. Harrison in traffic. The line of scrimmage to about the 36-yard line. Gains a couple, does Harrison, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 19. At the Black Bear. Mark it back at the 32. 7 minutes and 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. We are scoreless here at the pit.
Want to remind everybody, FHSPanthers.com is where you can keep up with Mountain 6 scores tonight. And also, we've got the live feed of the game on the website.
3rd and 19. Gibson drops in the pocket being chased, and he's going down. That's a sack all the way back to the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and a cab ride. Here comes the punting unit.
Blake didn't like what he saw downfield and thought he might have some time to elude. But number 34, Christian Creaming, the senior linebacker, right up the gut there, and he's able to bring Blake down for the big sack.
Well, Gibson will drop back in punt formation at the 39. The punt it away. White back deep at his own 15, awaiting the punt. Snap is back. The kick is away, going to angle it near side. Nice one. Hits at the 25, rolls inside the 20, inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. That's where the Pisgah Black Bears will take over. 1st and 10 with 6:30 to go in the opening quarter, scoreless here at the pit.
That got the rollout like one of my long drives, Mike Wood.
Man, it's about time we got the bounce on that one.
Yeah.
Byron hit about the 25, ended up on the 13. And all night tonight, we'll be kicking away from number 3. Worked on that this week. Don't want that kid to have the ball in open space. White for Pisgah.
You got some golf news you got to share with us sometime tonight.
Oh, man,
too.
On the girls' golf team, Alex Torres went down to the state championship and did really well to represent the Franklin Panthers.
Corey Griffith out of the gun for the Black Bears. Going to hand to Wyke on an end around. Wyke trying to turn the corner. 15. Wyke slips forward to about the 18-yard line. Gains right at 5 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and about 5 for the Pisgah Black Bears as we tick towards 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
Number 3, Tanner White, just a really heady, crafty player for the Pisgah Bears. Just tucked in behind his blocking. It was a slow play, but he tucked in behind the rear end of some of his lead blockers and got 6 yards out of it.
Far hash at their own 19. Griffith shotgun again. White goes in motion. They'll fake it to him and hand to Robinson. Robinson 20 to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. He's close to a Pisgah Black Bear 1st down.
Mike Wood, you watched some films. They had this bunch formation close to the line of scrimmage. What kind of plays did you see out of that this week?
Well, I didn't get all the question, Byron, but they run about 5-6 plays, Coach Josh said, out of multiple formations. Like right there, they lined up strong right, faked it left, and had a counter coming back underneath to the right side.
1st down and 10 for the Black Bears at the 25 of their very own. Griffith shotgun. Man comes in motion. He's going to get the call near side. At the 23, shakes one defender, 25, 26-yard line goes Devin Dodgen for the Black Bears for about a yard, maybe 2 at the most. And we've got whistles and a flag, I believe, on the far side.
Looks like we got Pisgah. That pulling guard was grabbing the jersey of the Panthers. Looks like holding to me, guys.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul.
Holding on Pisgah. That'll be a 10-yarder. Going to push it back on the other side of the 20. About the 15. A holding call against the Panthers. Now a holding call against Pisgah in this game. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless here at the pit. 1st and 20 coming up for the Black Bears.
Franklin Panthers had the football for 5 minutes, guys, in that first possession. Too bad we didn't come up with any points. But 5 minutes of possession on the first time they touch it.
And work for the near hash with the Black Bears. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter now. Under center is Griffith for the first time. He is going to pitch it in the backfield. Right up the gut goes Jonathan McAfee. McAfee up to about the 20-yard line. Gains about 4, maybe 5. It's going to bring up 2nd down and long.
In film, Mahaffey certainly has the brunt of their carries. I can't tell you that for sure, though, Mike Wood. Pisgah is a team that traditionally Brett Chappell does not share his stats online like other teams do. So you guess it's that element of surprise.
2nd and 15, 4 minutes, 25 seconds left. First quarter. Griffith under center again. Gonna drop in the pocket. He's being chased now. Gonna heave one far side, and it is almost intercepted. Tyler Harrison had it in his hands. It looked like Griffith was going after Tanner White on the far side.
Just floated it out there to White. Great coverage by Tyler Harrison. He comes in, and it looks like they sort of fought for the ball there for a step or two, Mike.
Yeah, it was on the other sideline, but a little pressure on the quarterback. He stepped up in the pocket. He had some running room, but as we know, he doesn't like to run. And when he's in a panic, he's going to look for number 3. Kind of threw an unadvised pass there. Tyler Harrison almost took it to the end zone for 6.
No disrespect to that young man, but Wyke is certainly a safety blanket for the young quarterback.
On 3rd down and 15. Griffith drops in the pocket. He's being chased. Pressure on, and he's going down. That's a Dodge Packaging specialty sack. A host of Panthers in there for a big loss. They'll mark him forward progress at the 13.
Mike Wood, it's going to take that kind of effort. Coleman Saunders step for step with Tanner White. No question where Corey Griffith wanted to go with that ball, but it was not an option. And it was just enough time for that defensive line to get to Griffith.
God, you took the words out of my mouth, Byron. We had single up coverage with Coleman against their stud. Step for step, quarterback had nowhere to go.
Pisgah will punt it away from their own end zone. Standing in his end zone is Walker. The snap is back. Punt is away. Angles it near side. Going to go out of bounds at about the 40. In Black Bear territory. Franklin will have it. Let's see where they're going to mark it officially. He's still walking. 38-yard line of the Black Bears. So great field position. And the Panthers offensively need to capitalize on their second offensive possession. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in the opening quarter of action. We are scoreless.
We had a fan down here with a novel idea. Put some points on the board, he says. It's just that easy.
The way these teams started out playing defense, I think points are going to be tough to come by.
Absolutely.
Blake Gibson will work out of the gun for the Panthers. Receiver to both sides. Dewey in the backfield who get the call. Left side goes Dewey. And he's going to be pushed back after a yard, maybe. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 as we tick towards 3:15 to go first quarter.
Chris Hedden, Sean Dunn, Connor Evans, Blackburn, Perez, Siegel. Those kids really have their work cut out for them tonight up front against that Pisgah front 4. They are tough. They're big.
2nd down and 8 coming up for Blake Gibson and company. 2 receivers up top. Gibson will work out of the gun once again. Grabs the snap. Rolls near side. Gonna heave one to Sequoia, the tight end. Sequoia catches it at the 15. Check that, the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. Gains about 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. We'll call it 3rd and 5.
Somebody must have wanted to run a wrong pattern or wrong depth on that, because we had 28 number Seth Price and Mason Sequoia within 2 yards of each other in the flat.
I thought that looked pretty weird too.
I think one of them, I think Mason was actually supposed to go a little bit deeper, 10 or 12, and Seth was going to release in the flat, but they were bunched there together, nowhere to go.
Trips up top on 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. Gibson drops in the pocket. Going to fire one near side. Is it caught at about the 27? It is. Near the sticks. Going to be close.
Oh, what a great catch, and what an even better throw. Blake Gibson does throw that to the back shoulder of the receiver, and he's able to put his tiptoes down and bring it in for a first down.
Yeah, that was Tyler Harrison who caught that one, went up the ladder to catch it. It is going to be enough for Macon Furniture Mart first down.
Worked on that pattern real hard this week. It's a takeoff route, so Tyler's taking off as hard as he can. 10 yards, stopping, planting his foot when the cornerback turns his hips. Great reception there.
1st and 10, shotgun again. Gibson drops deep in the pocket. Going to heave one to the end zone. It's a jump ball, and it is incomplete. Going after Saunders was Gibson, and he had 2 Pisgah Black Bears flanking him in the end zone.
Yeah, that safety came over. That got really dangerous right there, Mike. We might have dodged one.
Yeah, but boy, it shows Blake's confidence in his receiver, number 14, Coleman Saunders. Threw it up there and said, go get it. Double coverage in the back of the end zone.
Won a football game like that earlier in the year over at Swain.
Minute 44 to go, first quarter, scoreless. Panthers at the Black Bear 28-yard line, 2nd and 10. Near hash, Gibson will work. Under center this time. Split backfield behind him. Going to hand to Price, the fullback. Price going to be hemmed in and dropped well behind the line of scrimmage. Lost about 3 yards. Did Price. Back to the 31. He's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Panthers.
Mike Wood, for the folks at home, Cameron Walker goes about 6'5". That defensive tackle over there, what is he, about 6'8"?
He's a tall one, that's for sure. I don't know the exact size, but they're pretty big up front, guys. It's going to be a battle there all night. Game of inches tonight.
3rd down and 12 officially, as there's 70 seconds left in this quickly moving first quarter of action at the pit. Down to 6 on the play clock, down to 5, down to 3. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Josh Brooks. We'll take one, brought to you by Tassinger's Floor Coverings and Carpet One. Back after this across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
To the pit, back to action as the Panthers are going deep, and overshot his intended receiver did Blake Gibson, trying to hit Tyler Harrison in the end zone. Going to bring out 4th and long with 51 seconds left in the opening quarter.
You know, Mike Wood, on this 4th and long play, it makes me think a game this tight, traditionally there's a wrinkle somewhere in the coach's plans. Makes you wonder when and where we'll see something like a fake punt or an onside kick that could really change the tide of this game.
I know we have a few in our arsenal ready at any time, and then you know they do too also.
Panthers will punt at the Black Bear 28-yard line. Gibson stands at the 41. He's going to fake it. He's going deep. Saunders out there, jump ball. Caught, wasn't intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone. And Pisgah will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Not a bad play. We can live with that.
Just like a good punt there. I actually thought Saunders caught that ball, guys. I was going nuts down there.
He had his hands on it first, Mike. I'm not sure it wasn't taken away on the way down. I mean, I obviously don't have the vantage point you do, but I did see his hands on it at one point.
41 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pisgah will spread the field once again. I'll send 2 receivers up top as Corey Griffith, the quarterback, works out of the gun. I'll send a man in motion. Grab the shotgun snap. Drop deep in the pocket. Scan. Now heave one near side. Crossing pattern caught. 25 out of bounds. Cameron Walker punched out. Flag across the way. We'll check the marker.
There's got to be holding. Hey, you have a play that lasts that long. Very rarely does it not include a holding.
Guys, we are getting some good pressure on that quarterback tonight. I hope that holds true for another 3 quarters.
We'll check the marker. They're still discussing things. Now it looks like it's going to go against Franklin here. Pisgah is clapping.
Holding on the defense.
Holding on the defense.
10-yard penalty.
Hold against Franklin.
Well, I didn't mean us. Well,
that'll give the Pisgah Black Bears a first down up to the 34-yard line. Down to 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. We are scoreless here at the pit. Griffith will get out of the gun. They'll pack it in this time on first down. Going to hand to Walker. Going to push it far side, turn the corner. Walker's loose. He's got speed. That's Wyke, rather. Wyke, far side, 30 at the 20, and he's going to be hemmed in and dropped at about the 10-yard line. Wyke shows his speed, and it's going to set the Pisgah Black Bears up first and 10 inside the 10-yard line. And do we have a
buddy,
a flag here?
It went high, George, real high. The side judge over there did not enjoy the celebration, I don't think.
18 seconds left in the first quarter. We will check the marker.
That was just a little simple sweep to the right with an extra blocker there, and he made a nice cut and a good run. But like you say, Byron, that flag went way up in the air. Usually signifies unsportsmanlike.
Ball, unsportsmanlike. He is good. Actually plays over a 15 pound is on the 15-yard line.
I don't know if he did. I don't think he called a number.
I thought he said a number. They never do that in high school.
No, they don't.
That's going to push it back to about the 25 or so.
Of course, they usually. I'm sorry, George. Yeah, I mean, they'll go over there and, of course, report that number to the head coach, Mike Wood. But you're right. They usually don't blurt it out to the entire crowd.
Clock going to continue to roll. They'll say that White did not get out of bounds. So once they mark the ball for play, it's going to end the quarter. So we will take a break with Franklin and Pisgah scoreless here at the pit. Back for the second quarter in just a moment on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. For the Pisgah Black Bears after the penalty, pushed it back to the 23-yard line of the Panthers. First time Pisgah has got into Panther territory tonight. But that personal foul penalty, real unsportsmanlike penalty, really changes the play calling here for Coach Brett Chappell. 1st and 10 as Griffith will work out of the gun. Grabs a snap, hands to Wyke. Wyke in traffic. Right up the middle. Wyke is loose. 15-10 to about the 8-yard line. That'll be enough for a Black Bear first down. And credit that offensive line that time, Byron. They open up a huge hole.
Open up a huge hole for Wyke. And one thing that Wyke does, Mike Wood, does a good job staying down low. Just surveying the scene, finding the seam. Doesn't stand up. He looks like a running back.
Yeah, always keeps his feet moving, looking for that opening.
1st and goal at the 8 of the Panthers. Griffith shotgun. Grabs a snap. He's going to hand the backfield with a flag down to Mahaffey. And Mahaffey turns the corner to about the 5 and push back at about the 4-yard line. We will check the marker as it was thrown right at the line of scrimmage.
I think the big tight end, number 13 for Pisgah, got a little grab of some jersey is what I saw.
Whitehead will give us the call.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty in spot of the foul. Remains 2nd down.
It'll be 1st down and now 15. Officially 1st and goal from the 15. After the penalty.
I believe it's 2nd down, isn't it?
He said 2nd down, but that was 1st down, so they're going to repeat the down again. Griffith shotgun. Grabs the snap, rolls in the pocket, going to heave to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Kane Early. Pisgah takes a 6-0 lead, 11:10 to go in the second quarter.
Almost looked like a broken play from the start. The quarterback stumbled. The running back wasn't there for the play action. Threw it off his back foot. The receiver was stumbling. Before you know it, we're down 6-0.
Will attempt the PAT, will the Pisgah Black Bears. Out of the hold of Colton Rogers. The PAT will be attempted by Castillo-Pena. Brian Castillo-Pena, place kicker for Pisgah. Awaiting the snap. Taking a long time to get set up. Got 18 on the play clock. Still waiting on the snap. It's back. Spots down. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and it's good. 11:10 to go, second quarter. Pisgah strikes first in this ball game. It's 7-0 as we head to break on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on a lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way. And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Man at about the 19 at Saunders. Saunders 30, 35 to about the 40-yard line. Great field position for the Panthers once again with Saunders' return. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC are brought to you in part by Tassingers. Floor coverings, Carpet One. They'll work with over 1,000 stores to get the best prices and the best service around. Go by and see Big Billy Hanley for all of your floor covering needs. Tassingers, Floor Coverings, Carpet One, West Palmer, Franklin, 524-8442. Panthers now trailing 7-0 with 11:04 to go in the second quarter. Well, bunch receivers trips up top, close in, and one to the near side as the hand goes to Isaac Dewey. He's going to cut it far side and try to turn the corner and can't. He's going to lose about 4. Back to about the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up second and long for the Panthers.
And I imagine what Isaac Dewey's getting ready to get told Mike Wood. You don't have the speed to run east-west. Go up the field.
Well said.
We'd rather take a no yard gain right now than a 4-yard loss. That's tough for me. Easy for me to say it up here in the booth. That Pisgah defense has been tough all year long.
Loss of 4, second and 14. Now working for the far hash at their own 34-yard line as Gibson drops into pocket. Pressure is on, and he's going to be slung down. His helmet flies off. Now a flag flies.
I would hope so.
Man, describe that one, Byron.
Well, I mean, the pocket collapses around Blake, and he's faced with a bunch of bears, right? Cameron Walker comes in, and I think probably gets him up around the shoulder pad and right underneath the helmet and just slings him, tosses him around, and that helmet just pops off. And Coach, I think it took a minute for the white hat to figure out what had happened. That's why the delay on the flag.
Yeah, Coach Josh is blowing the smoke over here. He wants to hear about that. He wants them tossed. Josh is fiery. But I saw the helmet fly off, and then number 72 dive on top of Blake. Blake's rubbing his head. I don't know if we got blood coming out. Little M.
See, that's the part we couldn't see from up here.
He ripped the helmet off, came flying off. It had to be 2, 3, 4 second delay. Here comes 72.
Personal foul. Pisgah. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Pisgah.
Wow. So a 30-yard penalty. The personal foul happened during the play, after the play, unsportsmanlike.
So that second one, I guess, was the hit by 72 when he was defenseless.
That's one thing I love about head coach Josh Brooks, man. He will stand up for his players. He is on that field wanting an explanation.
Question now, his helmet popped off. Is he going to have to come out for a play?
I feel that's correct in my book.
So after this 30-yard penalty, he's going to push it across the 50 to the 45-yard line. And now looks like a timeout going to be called on the field. So
typical stuff there. Pisgah player over here jacking the jaw in the huddle of the Panthers. That's just, and that's the kind of stuff you get. I'm sorry, I don't care if anybody likes to hear it or not. It's just the truth. I mean, I'm just calling what I see.
It's on film.
It's on film.
It is game on down here, guys. It is highly intense.
Oh, he is. Josh, I don't know if we can get a video of this, Ben. He is, Josh is really giving the officials down the road here. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC brought to you in part by Swain Collision Auto Body off of Lake Emery Road in Franklin. They can repair all vehicles, from the small economy cars to the big trucks or the big RVs. They work with all insurance companies, and they'll restore your auto to just like it never happened. 369-8031. It's Lake Emery Road in Franklin. It's where they're located. It's Swain Collision and Auto Body, just like it never happened. Timeout was called by Franklin.
Mike Wood, you got to talk to us.
Man, I'm loving it down here. I tell you, I love the way the coaches stand up for the players. Josh is on fire down here. Felt like it was really illegal. And then, you know, also a little bit of psychology, maybe putting a little spark in the Panthers. You never know what's up his sleeve. Great coach.
After the penalty, Panthers will set up shop at the Black Bear 45-yard line. With 10:09 to go, now the fans are getting into it. White hat goes and talks to Brett Chappell across the way for the near hash. Gibson will be out there. I guess the timeout was to keep Gibson from having to sit out a play.
Yeah.
He would have had to if Franklin had not called a timeout. Still discussing something here. There's the white hat. And he starts the clock ticking down to 10:06 to go. Gibson shotgun. Grabs the snap. Hands off to Tyler Harrison. Harrison turns the corner left side up to the 40-yard line. Gains about 5 yards. It'll bring up second down and 5 yards to go.
Great block by Blackburn. He went all the way to the whistle.
Yeah, he did.
He kicked 17 all the way over here to the sideline, Mike.
Yeah, he was right next to me coming through, man. But we say it each week. How about number 10, Byron Tyler Harrison?
So
tough as nails, man.
So
fighting
tough.
through it for every yard.
9:34 clock tick, second quarter. Pisgah on top, 7-0. Near hash now at the 40-yard line of the Black Bears. Shotgun. Will settle under center and swing it out near side. Cochran caught 40, 45 out of bounds at the sticks.
Yeah, we
another
got
flag.
Oh my gosh. It's just so ridiculous. It's something every year, guys. I'm sorry. And the best part is the one kid sitting there watching, he throws up his hand at the referee like he can't believe they called a flag.
Well, let's give a little visual there for the audience. So a little quick pass to Dylan Cochran out there. Got about 3 or 4 yards, not much there. Got hit out of bounds, and as he was out of bounds, got slung down to the ground by number 11 from Pisgah. Guys, the rivalry when I first got here 28 years ago looked like it was with Smoky Mountain. I believe our rivalry is, Smoky, you know what I'm saying, Byron. It's Pisgah now, baby.
No doubt about it. And like I said, I both fan bases very passionate. Ours probably does a lot of things they shouldn't do, but a lot of times it's in response to stuff like what we just saw right there. And that's 3 out of the last 4 plays have been something unnecessary to the game of football.
45 yards in penalty yardage.
But I'm telling you, it created a bunch of energy for the Panthers, you know, a little down, just a slightly quiet after the score. They are jacked up on the sideline now.
Now Pisgah's going to call a timeout. Brett Chappell is talking to the officials on the far side at about the 20-yard line. Portions of tonight's game, specifically on WFSC, are brought to you in part by April's Flowers on Main. Go on and see April Chastain and the staff at April's for all of your life's events. You can handle anything from the small arrangements to the big special events. 524-3223. That's 524-3223 for all of your life's events. It is April's Flowers on Main.
Remind everybody, I'm sorry, George. Yeah, FHSPanthers.com. Have this live stream. You can see it for yourself. Thanks to Backlot Cinemas right there on the front page. Got scores also posted on that page. Looks like Brevard and Hendersonville are in a shootout tonight. Brevard up 17-14, first quarter score.
After the penalty, pushes it down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, hand to Harrison. Harrison across the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Harrison gains right at 5 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Panthers at the Black Bear 13. Clock starts to tick under 9 minutes remaining.
You guys are talking about Tyler Harrison and how tough and athletic he is. My son was telling me today, and I think he had this number right. That kid power cleans, Mike, like 240 pounds.
Nice.
Work from the far hash, 2nd and 5. Gibson under center, takes out, swings one out to Bailey Watts. It's off his hands and incomplete, right in his hands. It could not secure that one, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers at the Black Bear 13.
His #1 fan, his dad's right behind me. He yelled out and said, "Catch the ball." There wasn't much there, though, guys. That was pretty tight coverage. May have got a couple yards. We're definitely in 4-down territory here.
7-0 Pisgah. 8 minutes, 33 seconds remaining on the second quarter clock. 3rd and 5 coming up. Gibson from the far hash will work out of the gun this time. 2 wide receivers to the left. Get a hand to Harrison. Harrison cuts it out, but he's going nowhere. Slung down for a yard loss. 4th down.
Mike Wood, that wasn't a counter, I don't think. That was meant to go left side?
I don't know. To me, it looked like a counter based on his steps. You got a better view up there in the heated press box than I got on that.
Well, there's a lot of friends of ours up here tonight.
And dry.
Man, it was packed in there when I went up there earlier.
So 4th down and 6 coming up for the Panthers at the Black Bear 14-yard line. Under 8 minutes.
That's where we got, if we're going to win this game, we got to come through on plays like this right here, babe.
Gibson shotgun. 4th-down lineman for the Pisgah Black Bears. Drops in the pocket deep. Going to roll near side. Heave one to the end zone. In the air. Caught. Touchdown. Cochran. Ultimate truck and golf cart. Touchdown. Panthers are in a PAT of tying this one up. 7:44 to go, second quarter.
Set that up just a little bit. Dillon had a nice little corner route. They sent Bailey out in the flat. Bailey took a lot of attention. Blake threw a nice lofted pass up there, and I tell you, Dillon went up there about 5-6 feet up in the air and grabbed that one for 6.
Pennington's paint body PAT about to be attempted by Sam Conway. 7:44 remains in the second. And if he can hit this one, we'll have a tie game. High snap, Gibson gets it down. The kick is up. Right down the middle and good. We're tied at 7 with 7:44 to go in the second quarter as we head to break from the Panther Pit on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
approaches the football, puts his foot into it. Going to be a high and deep one. Angles it near on at the 6. It is caught, then fumbled by Devin Dodgen. Going to pick it up at the 10-15. Running near side 25, taking some Panthers with him to about the 33-yard line. Goes Dodgen, and the Pisgah Black Bears will have decent field position. They're going to line it up at the 33, 1st and 10.
Dodgen, not a big kid and only a sophomore, but Mike, he just took one of our guys on about a 10-yard ride there. Never stopped moving his feet.
Yeah, that surprised me. I thought he was going to be stopped 10 yards back here, about the 20, and he just kept churning those feet, grabbing, pulling one of our players with him.
7:34 to go, second quarter. Tied at 7. Corey Griffith, quarterback for the Pisgah Black Bears, spreads it out. Twins to both sides. 4 wide set. Now going to look to the far side with 9 on the play clock. Possibly change the call. It's down to 5 on the play clock. Down to 4, 3. Sends a man in motion. Barely gets it off. Going to swing it out to White, far side. White goes by one defender and then turns on the Jets, 40 to about the 44-yard line. He's got enough for a Pisgah Black Bear first down.
Well, Mike, thrown out there wide to White. We miss a tackle, but what scares me about that play is eventually they will set that up for a double pass. Is that not the one?
Yeah, watched it all week on film. Now he changes his motion when he's going to do the double pass. He actually goes 5-6 yards behind the quarterback. So the defensive backs are key in that, and they'll see that.
Griffith shotgun on 1st and 10. They'll mark it back at the 44. Their very own Griffith going to take off. Left side, Griffith to about the midfield stripe. About a 6-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Pisgah Black Bears. 7 minutes exactly to go in the second quarter. We are tied at 7, fans, here at the pit.
Plenty of excitement. Quick check of that Mountain Credit Union scoreboard, George. Smoky Mountain up 14-7 over East Henderson in the second quarter. And Brevard at home against Hendersonville up 17-14. That's a first quarter score.
2nd down and 5. Shotgun. Griffith takes out. Hands. Far side. Cutting it up. 1st down and more at the 40-35. Down to about the 28-yard line goes Mahaffey.
Oh, big one. Franklin football.
And there was a fumble. And it looks like it is recovered by the Panthers. It is.
I think Tyler Harrison, number 10, senior, jumped on that, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't see what happened, Mike. It looked like he stood him up and ripped the ball out of there.
Yeah, it's 53 yards away from me, so I didn't see it all. But, boy, you could tell it came out because everybody's heads popped up and went for it.
Well, it was a lot of extra effort, and he got about 4 or 5 yards. But in that scrum, somebody able to punch it out.
And I was just saying to myself, man, we're missing some tackles tonight. Easy to sit there on the sideline and say that. We should have had that kid almost behind the line of scrimmage on that play.
So the Panthers take over at their own 31-yard line. Gibson takes out. He's going to hand to Tyler Harrison, waiting for his blocking to set up. Then he's going to be snowed under at the line of scrimmage as he pushed it near side. Maybe a yard. 2nd and 9.
Boy, those yards are tough up there, aren't they, Bob?
Man. They're so tough going east and west. Look at the pursuit of that Pisgah defense. They get out to the corners, don't they?
They sure do. Set that edge, and they turn everything back into those linebackers.
Under 6 minutes remaining in the second. We are tied at 7. As the Panthers line up for a 2nd and 9 at their own 32. Cochran goes in motion as Gibson settles under center, takes out, hands to Harrison. Harrison going to push it far side now, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be dropped. No gain. 3rd down and long coming up. Coach Brooks talked about it in the coaches show with me. He said it's going to be very difficult to run on this Pisgah Black Bear defense.
Well, he's right, and we had some success there in that first series, but as the series have gone on, I'm sure their guys have seen something here up top, and they are certainly getting to the spot in due time to cause our runners some duress there. It seems like our guys on typical weeks able to cut it right off the tackle or tight end or having to go another 10 yards looking for some daylight.
3rd and 8, gain of a yard. Shotgun for Gibson. Drops deep in the pocket, plants his foot, going deep down the middle of the field. Going to be a jump ball, knocked away. He was trying to hit Bailey Watts at the 20-yard line.
50-50 ball right there, and Bailey Watts and looks like Tanner White going man-to-man right there, and it's just one of those kind of things where you got to be the stronger person going up in the air. Ball knocked down. Panthers are going to punt.
4:55 to go second quarter. Here comes the punting unit as Gibson will drop to his 20 to punt it away. And back deep for the Pisgah Black Bears. It appears to be Dodgen, who stand at his 31. He is, I can't tell his number from my angle as the snap is back. And the kick is away. Nice deep one. Going to drive Dodgen back to the 22. Catches it there and takes off near side. 25. Cuts it up 30. Going to cut it back across the field now. And now going to be hemmed in and dropped for about a 2-yard, 3-yard loss from where he got back to the 28-yard line.
Great tackle by Joseph Chiata, George. That kid, he's not had a whole lot of opportunities, but when he gets in the game, he makes the most of it. And after Dodgens goes all the way here to the right, to the near sideline, cuts it back across the grain, you're sitting there sweating because that kid is shifty. And here comes number 8, Chiata, with the shoestring tackle, or that could have been ugly, Mike.
Yeah, what a great play, too. That kid's real positive in practice, film study, great top. But once again, you know I'm a Panther fan. I bleed Panther blood. We should have tackled that kid 10 yards back. We missed 3 tackles on that punt.
Very slimy are these Pisgah Black Bears. Very shifty, too. Griffith's shotgun. He's going to hand. Check that. He is going to fake the handoff, and he's going nowhere. Didn't fake that Panther defense. It faked me, but it's a Dodge Packaging specialty sack. Back to the 26-yard line. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 coming up.
Mike Wood, I don't want to disparage any kid, but he doesn't run that football with a lot of confidence.
No, it looks like he does not want to run it. And, you know, we watched film. We watched 10 games they played. Runs it very seldom. And tonight they've had 2 runs that I remember specific for number 8, the Pisgah quarterback.
Near hash at the 26, ticking under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. We're tied at 7 fans. Griffith claps, grabs a shotgun snap, drops in the pocket, being flushed. Now he's going down. A Dodge Packaging specialty sack. Price got him at the 21.
You know, just got a little greedy there, did Griffith. I mean, he sat in the pocket forever. Coverage was great by the Panthers secondary. And finally, Seth Price is able to free himself and come here on the near side and get him in the backfield.
Yeah, they needed a little time for that play to develop, Byron. They had Wyke running a wheel route, which is an out and an up, so he needed a couple seconds. Coach Treywick works with the linebacker specifically. He taught Seth to just shoot through a bullet, don't hesitate, and go right after the quarterback.
Down to 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, second quarter. 3rd down, 16. Loss of 4. Griffith's shotgun. Grabs a snap, got a hand off to Wyke. Cuts it far side. Wyke at the 30-yard line. He is going to be hemmed in and dropped after he gained about 7, maybe 8. Going to bring up 4th down.
Huge defensive stand, and to be quite honest with you, Mike, I thought Pisgah just narrowly escaped a holding call there in the backfield. I think Jesse Siegel almost got to that play to blow it up, and number 50 hands in the back, but the white hat didn't see it that way. But nonetheless, Pisgah will be punting the football to Franklin.
Back deep to receive is Tyler Harrison back at the 38, awaiting the punt. 2:34 with a moving clock, second quarter. 4th down and 8. Pisgah punts from their own 18. Snap is back, the rush is on, and we hit the punter.
Oh my goodness.
They're gonna throw the flag, and unless it's running into the kicker, it won't be, or if it's a roughing the kicker, it'll be a first down. If it's running into the kicker, it won't be a first down. We will check the marker here. 2:21, clock is stopped in the second quarter. The officials are discussing things. What is it, 5-yarder or 15?
Running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker.
On Pisgah.
No, Frank.
We'll replay the down.
Pisgah can't run into their own kicker, but we understand.
Oh, that was great.
We'll take it. No. So, man, we were so close to getting that one, Mike. What did he do? Just ding his kicking leg there as he ran by?
Yeah, it looks like, you know, he did a little bit of a soccer.
Into the kicker on Franklin. Big 5-yard penalty and 4th down.
Oh, Dennis, I love him. He's a good white hat, good spirit out there.
2 minutes, 21 seconds left in the second quarter. We're tied at 7 fans.
Makes it a manageable 4th down, but they are on their own side of the field.
Yeah, on 35, so they'll punt it most likely, but you never know.
We spent 5 or 6 periods this week working on defending fake punts. They have a tendency to pull some tricks on the punt, so it's high alert when it's punt for Pisgah.
Clock is moving down to 2:08 to go in the first half. Once again, Pisgah will line up to punt it away and get it out of there. No rush this time. Fair caught by Harrison at the 35 of the Panthers. That's where Franklin takes over 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 55 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tied at 7.
We talk about those 7 or 8 big plays a game that determine the outcome. We haven't won a whole lot of those, Mike, but a really solid, consistent effort. If we have some of those big plays go our way right here and in the second half, man, what a position to be in. This is, by the way, guys, I don't know if you know out there, we didn't mention it. I think Max Preps has Pisgah as the number 3 ranked team in the state in 2A.
I believe that's correct. I talked about that in film study this week.
Swinging it out quickly, caught Saunders. Saunders to the 42-yard line before he is stopped and dropped. Gained about 6 did Coleman Saunders. Going to bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 3. Panthers working quickly. 1:45 to go in the second. Tied at 7. 1 timeout for the Panthers, 2 timeouts for the Black Bears. Gibson under center. Takes out, pitches to Harrison. Near side, Harrison 45. Slips down at the 50. But picks up enough for Aiken Furniture Mart 1st down. That'll move the chains. We've got some rain, looks like, that's coming down here in the Panther pit now.
I was going to ask you, Mike, I saw an umbrella pop up. Is it starting to fall again?
Yeah, we got a little mist down here, a little chilly and misty down here, but wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
Clock starts to move after they set the sticks on the far side at the 49 in Panther territory. Down to 1:19 left. Pitch goes to Harrison, 50 to the 47, maybe the 46-yard line. Harrison gains 4, maybe 5. To bring up 2nd down, we'll call it 5.
Great job of blocking there by Seth Price. Gives Tyler Harrison some room to operate.
Guys, on the last 2 plays on that sweep to the left, those guards have come out and just destroyed that end lineman there. Really good blocking.
Under 60 seconds to play, 50, and the clock ticks. Hand goes Harrison again. Harrison 45, and then push back. Ball popped loose at the 45 and then went out of bounds up at the 40. And if it's still the Panthers football, it's going to be enough for a 1st down, and it will be.
Popped out. Sean Dunn, number 71, junior, jumped on it. Real alert there.
That'll move the chains inside the 40 to the 39. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. We are tied at 7. Clock is stopped now after the ball went out of bounds on the fumble. 2 receivers up top for the Panthers. Gibson looks at his wrist, gets the play call, settles under center, takes out. He's going to hand to Harrison. Harrison again trying to find a little bit of a seam, can't. He's going to lose about 4 yards as he is knocked out of bounds at the 43.
Nowhere to go there. They were working lateral down the line. Tyler was looking for a hole. And then obviously with the clock at 38.6 seconds, tie game 7-7, ran out of bounds. We got a timeout left. You guys remember?
We do. Yeah, we do. We got 1 left. Thanks, Mike.
38 seconds left in the second. Tied at 7. Ball spotted down at the Black Bear 43. Near hash, 2nd and 14. Gibson takes out. Gonna pitch it to Harrison. Again, nothing doing. In fact, he lost a couple of more yards. And he goes out of bounds. Stop the clock with 34 seconds left. 3rd and 15.
Kids are some of the slowest learners sometimes, guys. These boys standing in the sideline right along the line of scrimmage. I'd go 10 yards either way. That play's come to that same spot now 3 times in a row.
34 seconds left in the second. See what Coach Brooks dials up on 3rd and 15 at the Pisgah Black Bear 44-yard line. 2 receivers up top. Here hash, 4 down lineman for the Black Bears. Again, a pitch near side. Harrison 40 to the 35-yard line. Gains about 10 yards, but it's going to be well shy of the 1st down. Timeout going to be called by Franklin. That'll be their last timeout with 26.9 seconds left in the second quarter. We will keep it here. Timeouts brought to you by Tassinger's Floor Coverings and Carpet One. Panthers will be facing a 4th down and 6 from the Black Bear 35.
Well, the number 3 ranked 2A team in the state, Franklin Panthers, going toe-to-toe, and I think most people in this part of the state had us down a 17-point dog. What a great performance so far. Like I said, we haven't even really had the big 50-50 plays go our way, Mike. A couple of drops, big passes in the end zone, and we have, I think, what do they got? They've got a fumble to this point, and we have an interception. So really haven't had the dominoes fall for us, George, that you could have. And of course they did have some self-inflicted stuff there, that one stretch possession in the second quarter where it was 3 15-yarders in a row. That's instant offense for you at any point.
45 yards on penalties in that offensive drive that the Panthers ended up scoring. There's 7 points on. 4th down after the timeout. Panthers will keep the offense out on the field at the 35 of the Black Bears. Twins to both sides as Blake Gibson sets up in the gun. We're down lineman, grabs the snap, drops deep in the pocket. He's going to heave one near side. It's a jump ball, and it's going to be intercepted. At the goal line, picking it off is Hudson, and he is going to scoot up to the 20. At the 21-yard line, he is upended. And 14 seconds left. Pisgah will take over.
A lot of pushing going down there in the end zone, and Zeke Long able to push Bailey Watts off and get that one, Mike.
Yeah, a little hand checking down there, I think both ways. No call was a good call, and pick off just like a punt, I guess. 14 seconds left. See what happens here. Man, but I tell you, it's a bar fight down there. There's some hard hitting going on in the Panther pit.
They're going to take a knee as the coaching staff is already hitting the exits here in the box. And that's what Griffith will do. He will take a knee and head into the locker room. We are tied at 7 fans here at the pit. Both Pisgah and Franklin will head into their respective locker rooms. The officials will make sure they don't mix heading into their respective locker rooms. And it's time to head down to the field and check in with Mike for the Make An Appliance Mart coach's comments with Jay Brooks. Mike.
Hey, thank you, George. We're down here with Jay Brooks, offensive line coach. Coach, if you're not here in the pit tonight, you're missing a good football game. There's some hard hitting and some good football going on tonight.
Well, it's sad to me that we're running on about 20 years here of winning football. And, you're playing, let's see, Vince Lombardi and the Green Bay Packers over here. And the visiting stands are more full than the home stands. I mean, I know the weather's bad, but, I mean, throw me another excuse. The kids deserve better. The kids deserve better. What a great first half of football. We got to make plays. What a play by Dylan Cochran down there. Some big stops by our defense, and we're going to have to continue to play great defense, and we've got to capitalize. They've got a fantastic defense that's very fast to the ball.
Good deal, Coach. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you, Mike. With the halftime coach's comments, Jay Brooks, brought to you by Make It Appliance Mart. Planning a new kitchen or maybe a laundry room? Go by and visit them at Make It Appliance Mart, Depot Street, Franklin. Family-owned business specializing in most major brands like GE, KitchenAid, Viking, Speed Queen, and many, many more.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
You don't have to train like it's the biggest game of the year. That's nonsense. Use 1040.com. Your taxes, smart and simple.
Hi, I'm Bryson Burt with Homestar Mortgage. I am a direct mortgage lender and I finance dreams. Are you ready to buy a home? Good news, I can help you achieve the dream of home ownership. We have programs that can allow you to finance the dream with zero money down. Here at Homestar Financial, we take pride in helping our clients find the perfect mortgage that fits their needs. If you or anyone you know is looking to purchase a home, let me help finance their dream. Call me today or stop by my office.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on a lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Regional champions and state runner-up Lady Panther softball team. And they are Mackenzie Ruderty, Faith Bork, Kiera Dewey, Haley Bryson, Riley Corbin, Ashley Lamb, Reagan Henry, Audie Wallace, Sarah Stanley, Ashlyn Watts, Paige Norton, Devin Lombard, Haley Freeman, Kelly Rogers, Taylor Carlton, Nevaeh Tran, Taylor Ensley, Amy Tippett. And your coaches, Adam Talent, Bobby Bishop, Caitlin Bishop, and Haley Leatherwood. Let's give the softball team a round of applause. Thank you to all the athletes being recognized on the field tonight for your dedication, determination, and your contributions to Franklin High School. Please give these young men and women another round of applause.
Back at the Panther Pit, George Young along with Byron McClure and the RSR CarQuest Auto Parts halftime report. You're watching on YouTube or Facebook. We had planned to show the Franklin High School marching band, and we went to break a little too early for me to explain that to y'all heading into break. We planned on showing the band, but the band is not playing tonight because of the rain and the muddy field conditions, and we had something else that we were going to play, the veterans ceremony, but it won't read it. We recorded it, but our system won't read it. So for the next, about 5 minutes, you've got myself along with Byron, and you've got some stats, Byron.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to Warren and Rodney next door. Got some stats to share with everybody. Want to start off with time of possession there in that first half. Franklin Panthers had the football 13 minutes, 46 seconds. Pisgah 10 minutes, 14 seconds. So advantage Franklin. But in the yardage, it is certainly advantage Pisgah. They have 141 total yards tonight. Only 30 through the air, 111 on the ground. And Tanner White, not surprising, their leading rusher. The big run he had there that set up the score being the catalyst for that. He's touched it 4 times for 86 yards. And their leading receiver tonight, well, they've sort of spread it out. Cameron Walker, 1 of 3 tonight, along with Tanner White and Kane Early, who have a reception. Of course, Early's reception was the long touchdown for Pisgah tonight. For the Franklin Panthers, on the ground, Tyler Harrison has 36 yards on 13 attempts. A lot of negative yardage tonight with sacks and plays blown up behind the line of scrimmage, so we actually only have 22 yards on the ground, a testament to that Pisgah defense we talked about. Give credit where credit's due. And tonight, as far as passing, Blake Gibson is 5 of 12. He does have the 2 interceptions that were pretty much like punts, George. They were in the end zone and on 4th downs. But he's got 39 yards tonight, a touchdown to his leading receiver, which was Dylan Cochran, who's got 2 catches and 21 yards, but a total of 61 yards tonight for the Panthers.
Appreciate it, Byron. And, of course, Rodney and Warren compiling those stats, working feverishly to our right. And we'll get some post-game stats, and hopefully they are after a Panther win. We're tied at 7 here, fans, as we've got about a minute and 45 seconds till they'll put 3 more minutes up on the game clock. Looks like the kickers are back out of the locker room, but the rest of the Black Bears and the Panthers have yet to come out and start warming up. And we've got some scores coming down on the Mountain Credit Union scoreboard, Byron.
Yeah, halftime over in Silva. Smoky Mountain now extending their lead, up 21-7 over East Henderson. Brevard, a second quarter score, up 10 on the Hendersonville Bearcats, 24-14. And that's your other Mountain 6 scores. We have some other scores here to take a look at. Raven Gap Nakuchi tonight up big over the Northside Christian Knights. And some other scores here. Robbinsville tied at the half with Swain County, 6 apiece in that one. Tuscola also tied with TC Robertson, 7 apiece. Cherokee Braves tonight all over Hayesville Yellow Jackets, 42-7 in that one.
I appreciate it, Byron. We'll continue to check that Mountain Credit Union scoreboard. Second and final week of the regular season here in the state of North Carolina. And if you haven't kept up with the happenings in high school football in North Carolina, they have moved the playoffs to November 16th, the beginning of the playoffs. First round not until the 16th, so you'll have a week off, actually 2 weeks after next Friday before the playoffs begin. All right, we will take a break, our final break here on the CarQuest Auto Parts halftime report. Come back and kick things off from the Panther Pit across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
You don't have to train like it's the biggest game of the year. That's nonsense. 1040.com. Your taxes, smart and simple.
Hi, I'm Bryson Burt with Homestar Mortgage. I am a direct mortgage lender and I finance dreams. Are you ready to buy a home? Good news, I can help you achieve the dream of home ownership. We have programs that can allow you to finance the dream with zero money down. Here at Homestar Financial, we take pride in helping our clients find the perfect mortgage that fits their needs. If you or anyone you know is looking to purchase a home, let me help finance their dream. Call me today or stop by my office.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Franklin gets the ball to begin the third quarter.
Absolutely. We were too interested in talking about rivalries and heated, passionate play out here to remind everybody. How many weeks have we lost in coin toss? Where's our stat man for that, right? Can you go down to the guy in the truck? It seems like every week, though, we're receiving the ball in the third quarter. And if you know Josh Brooks, that is his MO there. He likes to defer and get the ball in the second half.
So we'll see if the Panther offense can march it down the field and take the lead in this game. Tied at 7, fans, as we've got 12 minutes up on the scoreboard. Pisgah will come onto the field to kick it away to begin the third quarter. Brian Castillo-Pena will tee it up for Coach Brett Chappell and the Black Bears, standing back deep at about the 9-yard line for the Panthers. Tyler Harrison along with Cochran. They stand back awaiting the kickoff of the third quarter. Fans are making their way back into the stands. What fans that are here tonight? You heard Jay Brooks calling out the fans at the end of the second quarter. We are underway. It's going to be a short kick gathered by an up man. Looks like that's Dewey at about the 25 that he's pushed back there. That's where the Panthers will take over. First and 10. That was Isaac Dewey that picked up that kickoff. And Mike, you had a chance to head into the locker room. Was it a fiery locker room?
No, it was very studious. You know, all the coaches come down from the press box. We're trying to figure out a way to run the ball on this front four of Pisgah. Jay had some ideas, a little interjection from Jacob Davis, a former player. And then we're going to try to get Mason Sequoia. They think he can be open on some routes here. At least that was the plan in there at halftime.
Oh, Gibson will settle under center on first down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout going to be called before the first play of the third quarter. Wow. 11:55 to go in the third. We are tied at 7, and that's The first timeout used by the Panthers, so just 2 left.
Every one of these possessions, guys, are so critical. Every down is so critical. Josh Brooks saw something he didn't like. He's willing to call out timeout early and try to get this possession started off on the right foot.
Fans, regular season closes out next Friday night here at the Pit against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs.
Hard to believe it's already here, huh? And like you said, in case you're just tuning in, the week of November 9th is not the playoff week. Usually the playoffs immediately follow the regular season, but there is a week there that the state will use to catch up for some of those flood-devastated areas back in September.
Out of the timeout, Gibson will settle under center. 4 down lineman. As the hand goes right up the middle, Harrison had a hold, and he got tripped up at the 30.
Ooh, man, Mike Wood, was it the turf monster or a big offensive lineman's foot?
I think they got a hand out there on Tyler Harrison's foot, but man, what a great hole. That's the first time we ran the isolation play there, right up the middle, fullback leads. It was open. It would have been a foot race between our number 10 and their number 3 to the end zone.
11:30 clock ticks, 2nd down and 6. Gains 4. Ball is fumbled. Bad exchanged. Who's got it?
We lost it, guys. I saw something different.
Nope, it's going to be 3rd down.
I don't know how we got that back.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
I'm 15 yards from it, and I thought I saw the big Pisgah guy jump on it.
I don't even know who the back was, but I know this. He was running before he had it.
It was Tyler Harrison. The exchange wasn't the best. Tyler's looking at his hands. They were really wet. That doesn't happen often with experienced quarterback and Tyler back there. That's few and far between, guys. Great that we got it back.
It speaks to the pressure, though, that Tyler's been under tonight against this front 4.
Loss of 2 on the fumble. Hand going to go to Harrison. He's going to bounce it out 30 to the 32-yard line. He gains about 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5 for the Panthers.
So tough. He got 4 yards out of that were not there to begin with.
Yeah, check that 4th down after the fumble. You're correct. It's that 3rd down, so they'll punt it away. Well, the Panthers. Blake Gibson stands at his 19, awaiting the snap to punt it away. Back at his 37 is Devin Dodgen for the Pisgah Black Bears. Awaiting the snap, it's back to Gibson. He gets it out of there. A high and towering kick that's going to kick it about the 35, out of bounds at the 32. We'll mark it back at the 29 officially now. That's where the Pisgah Black Bears take over 1st and 10. Now with 9:54 to go, 3rd quarter. We are tied at 7, fans. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC brought to you by Nathan's Body Shop and Wrecker Service. If you've been in a wreck or you've broken down on the side of the road, Nathan's got 24-hour towing 7 days a week. 524-9739. Nathan's Body Shop and Wrecker Service Incorporated. You've got a choice. Be sure to make the right one and request Nathan's Body Shop. 1st and 10. Griffith got a hand off McAfee, and McAfee is going to race left side and cut it up at the hash marks to about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. Gains right at 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
They just load up on that end, Mike, and try to run behind all those big rear ends moving up the field for Pisgah.
2nd and 6, 9:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Clock moves. Pisgah will stack it in. Shotgun for Griffith. He's going to hand in the backfield. Big hole left side. Goes Jonathan McAfee, and McAfee across the 45 to about the 48-yard line before he is upended. That'll be enough for a Pisgah Black Bear 1st down.
Both Mahaffey and White, and Dodgen for that matter, Mike, do a good job of staying behind their pad, running behind their pads, staying down, finding that hole, and getting a quick burst of 5 or 6 yards once they see daylight.
Clock moves. 9:10 to go. And they'll stack. Trips up top, and they'll hand off. Nothing doing this time for the Black Bears. Eric Robinson got the handoff, and he's going to lose a couple. Back to the 47. 2nd down and 12.
It was Dylan Cochran, number 4, senior, coming from his corner position, blew that play up.
Mike, it seems like motions are a little bit calmer for both teams here starting out the third quarter.
For the moment, you know, it's a little cold and chilly down here. It's going to take a couple of series here to get things cranked back up, it looks like.
Down to 8:30 to go, third quarter. Tied at 7. Griffith sends a man in motion. That's Wyke. He's going to grab the shotgun snap and heave one out, complete far side, but going nowhere. Was his receiver Kane early, and he's going to gain maybe a yard or 2 at the most. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 for the Pisgah Black Bears.
Yeah, number 14, Coleman Cochran. Saunders, sorry.
Yeah.
Broke on the ball really good there. Nice pass. He broke on it really hard, made a good tackle.
3rd down and 9 at the Black Bear 49. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Shotgun again for Griffin. 4-wide set. Griffin grabs the shotgun snap, drops in the pocket, rolls near side, plants his foot, heaves one that is almost intercepted. Nowhere near his intended receiver. He was trying to hit Wyke on a crossing pattern. That's going to bring on the punting unit, 4th and 9.
Had Wyke underneath and had one man deep there. I believe that's number 4, Devin Dodgen. Great coverage there by the Panther secondary.
Walker will punt it away. Tyler Harrison will stand back at about his 20-yard line, awaiting the punt from Walker. 7:38, clock stopped after the incomplete pass, third quarter. Walker grabs the snap, puts his foot into it, going to angle it near side, hits at the 20 and down to about the 16. And Harrison lets it roll there, and Pisgah will down it. And Franklin will get the ball back. We are tied at 7. They'll get it back at their own 16. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC brought to you by Dodge Packaging Specialties, your hometown commercial and industrial supplier of paper towels, janitorial supplies, packaging materials, safety materials, and a lot more. Prompt free delivery, 369-7584, dodgepackaging.net. Gibson will send 2 receivers up top for the Panthers. Work from the near hash at their own 16. Blake looks at his wrist, looks over the defense, works out of the gun, takes out, hands to Dewey. And Dewey going to try to weave his way near side, but get nothing. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Franklin Panthers remaining with the running game, trying to find something there. It's important that they do that, and it has been important for the last quarter or so, Mike. You certainly can't just go out here and throw the football against the experienced secondary like Pisgah has.
Yeah, we got to keep plugging, churning, trying to get these yards out of those plays and get the sticks moving forward.
Under 7 minutes remaining in the third. Under center on 2nd and 10. The pitch will go to Dewey. Dewey for about 3 yards to the 18. Going to bring up 3rd down and long now. 3rd about 7 as we tick towards 6 minutes, 40 seconds left, third quarter.
This might be one of those spots right here where we look to find somebody like Mason Sequoia, a good possession receiver. I think Mason might have caught the first catch of the game last week in East Henderson, 10, 11 yards.
3rd down, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. Didn't get as much as I thought. Saunders goes in motion. Gibson on a play fake. Drops in the pocket. Going to heave one as he was being chased, and it's nowhere near. One hops Price, and that'll bring on the punting unit on 4th and 9. Stops the clock. 6:12 to go, third quarter.
Looks like they had pressure there on the far side, Mike, and it got to Blake early.
Yeah, corner came right off on a blitz, and he was doing what he was supposed to do, throw it to Seth in the flat when he feels pressure, but just did not have time. Did you see that little thing, Blake Gibson? I love him. He's a competitor. Did you see it, Byron?
I was going to let you describe it. I saw it. Yeah.
I don't know, how good that is or not, but number 77 Pisgah stuck out a hand to help Blake up, and Blake turned his head and said, "Nah, I don't need it."
Don't need it.
Gibson will punt. And to about his 10 and gets it out of there. It's a high spiraling kick. Gathered in by Dodgen at the 45, 50, 40. And he's still moving down the near side, 30. And he's upended at about the 22, but a flag down at the spot that he caught it.
I'm sitting right here, George, and this white pole is blocking my view of that flag. I'm sitting here about to go ballistic in your ear thinking, where is the flag? And there it is, and it'll come back.
Blocking the back, very clear by Pisgah there. It's coming back.
Pretty good return. Dodgett has had a couple of good returns in this game. This one's going to be wiped out. 5:57 to go, third quarter, tied at 7.
Mike, I will say with
we had a block in the back. In spite of the foul, 10-yard penalty.
I do want to go back to that Blake Gibson thing right there. I will say this, that kid is harder on himself than anybody I've watched play in this place, or as hard on himself. So, you know, a lot of times it's frustration with himself.
First and 10 back at the 34 of the Black Bears. Trips up top, send a man in motion. That's Wyke. Griffith's shotgun. Grabs a snap, swings it out to Wyke. Wyke tries to split 2 defenders, can't. It's back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Mike Wood, describe that motion there by Wyke.
Yeah, it's just coming in motion from the left side, goes behind the quarterback, just plants and goes back the other way. We saw it on film all week, didn't surprise anybody. But you put the ball in number 3's hands for Pisgah in open space, and he is a pretty slick runner there, Byron.
5 minutes, 30 seconds left, third quarter. Still tied at 7, fans. 2nd and 11 officially, a loss of a yard. Griffith shotgun. White goes in motion. Griffith grabs the snap, heaves one in the flat, complete. Hit immediately by Saunders. Was Kane early and wrestled out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain up to the 39. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Pisgah Black Bears. Clock is stopped, 5:09 to go as he got out of bounds in the third quarter.
You got to believe with the way they've run the ball, that's where they'll stay. Corey Griffith's not had a whole lot of luck tonight trying to throw the football.
They work out of the gun. They'll pack it in there. Hand going to go to White. Slips one defender, picks up the first down, 45, out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. White is so slippery.
Oh, had a man there, Mike Wood.
Yeah, Josh Blackburn had a chance. Didn't have that great angle on him, but I thought he was going to get an arm on the jersey and take him down. You know, it's easy for us to sit on the sideline here drinking coffee saying, why don't they tackle that kid? Kid's got some good moves, pretty slick runner out there.
He's a senior, and he was real good as a sophomore, so imagine how good he is as a senior. Very heady player.
Griffith's shotgun. Again, they'll bunch it in as White goes in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him and then hand it to Robinson, and he is loose right up the gut. Robinson still moving 40, 35 to about the 34-yard line. Check that. That's Mahaffey, Jonathan Mahaffey on the ball, on the carry of the ball, and that'll move the chains inside the 35.
Dylan Cochran on the tackle, and he gave up an extra 4 yards, George, but he had a hold of that football. He was tackling that football as he knew he was either going to get it or he was going to get the guy down on the ground because that football was not going any farther.
4:45 with a ticking clock, third quarter. We are tied at 7, 1st and 10 at the Panther 34. Griffith shotgun. He'll take out, hand to Wyke. Wyke is going to be slung down behind the line of scrimmage as he was strung out, pushing it far side, and we'll see where they mark him. Was it forward progress or where he went out of bounds?
Great job there by number 1, Noah Sitton. He was actually being held the whole way, shucked that blocker and made the tackle.
Mark it back at the 40, loss of 5.
Glad to see Noah in uniform. One day this week, I believe it was the middle of the week, went out and he was being held from practice for a shoulder situation. So good to see number 1 suited up in the game, making a play.
Second down, they've got 18 on the scoreboard. It's about 2nd and 15.
They got to be calling timeout here. Play clock's down to 7.
That looks like that's what's going to happen. We will take a break. We're tied at 7 across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
You don't have to train like it's the biggest game of the year. That's nonsense. Use 1040.com. Your taxes, smart and simple.
Pisgah will spread the field. 4 wide set, working for the far hash. Griffith grabs the shotgun snap. Heaves one far side, out of the hands, and incomplete of his intended receiver who had beat his man, Kane Early.
Coleman looks like he tried to bite on a running play right there because he was still going forward when I looked up and saw him, Mike. So
did the receiver do a stop and go, Byron? I didn't see it.
He might have. I was watching. I got to admit, I was watching Griffith back here. He might have.
Because, you know, Coleman's a pretty good defender, and that kid was, what, 3, 4, 5 yards open?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely going this way. He was going the other way, no doubt. I just didn't know what it was that caught his eye there. It might have been a little stop and go.
3:39 to go, third quarter, 3rd and 15. Griffith shotgun again. 4 wide set. Mahaffey wing left. Griffith grabs the snap, drops in the pocket, heaves one again, and this one is incomplete. Once again trying to hit Early, and that's going to bring on 4th down, and we'll see if they punt it here.
Man, there's been some exciting plays in that secondary, George. Both ways, the defense has been tremendous, in my opinion.
3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Odd at 7, 4th and 15 coming up. Ball spotted down at the Panther 40-yard line.
Coaching staff's yelling down here, be ready for anything, be ready for anything.
They're on our side of the field.
Walker will stand at the 47 in Black Bear territory, awaiting the snap to punt it away. It's back. Walker will get it out of there. High and deep kick, hits at the 5, takes a Pisgah Black Bear roll and is down at the 6-yard line.
Man, I mean, just a great punt and a great break there for the Pisgah Bears. That ball hits inside the 5 and looks like a Mike Wood sand wedge as it just bounces up and skips back the other way, and the Pisgah player there to down it. So we're going to be backed up deep on our side of the field. Mike, what is that starting yardage right there?
I'm walking down that way through the band, the track, the cheerleaders, the photographers.
We can't see. It's so far over there. The lights barely even hit it.
I got it. Looks like it's on about the 6-yard line.
3 minutes, 24 seconds left. Third quarter tied at 7. Panthers full scrimmage from their own 6-yard line. Gibson under center. Takes out. Hands first man through Price. And he's going to gain a couple.
Was that the trap, Mike?
No, that was just a straight dive left to Chris Hedden there. Seth Price took the ball, got us a couple good yards. You know, they're coming upfield so hard that may not be a bad play. Coach Josh sees that.
Ticking towards 3 minutes remaining in the third.
Because like in the locker room at half, the coaches were talking about we can't get outside on this. They're moving lateral on us on the sweep. We can't get outside. And that's when they were talking about what could we do the second half to get some yardage on the ground.
2nd down and 7. Clock starts to tick again. The officials had stopped it briefly. Ball spotted at the 9 of the Panthers. 15 on the play clock. Gibson will settle under center. 4 down linemen for the Black Bears. They'll stack the box. Cochran goes in motion. And we've got whistles on the snap.
I think we jumped, guys, when I saw a little flinch somewhere on the line.
We'll check the marker here.
I'll start on the offense.
Let's think about how important this series is, guys. We're deep in our end zone. We've got to get out here and give Blake either a chance to get a decent putt to flip the field.
Absolutely.
Or move these chains down the field and burn some clock. Tie ball game, 7-7, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
It'll be a 5-yarder, pushes it back to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 11 coming up. Gibson under center as Cochran goes in motion. He's going to hand again, quick hitter. Nothing. Stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. I believe that was Price. Again, we can barely see in that end zone. They are so far deep. It was Price. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. No gain. 3rd and 11. Under 2 minutes remaining now in the third quarter. Tied at 7, fans, here at the pit. Looks like we've got some more rain falling as more umbrellas have popped up. Gibson under center with a split backfield. Grabs the snap. Drops in the pocket. Going to heave one. Near side. Fighting. and overthrown, trying to hit Bailey Watts at about the 30-yard line. That'll bring on the punting unit, and they'll have to punt out of their own end zone.
Coverage there picked up by Keegan Hudson, and I will say that's one thing about this Pisgah team, guys. Sure, they have the big names that we mentioned there early on, but they also have some good backup players they bring in at any time to do things like cover a Bailey Watts on a third down and long play.
Blake Gibson stands right in the middle part of his end zone, awaiting the snap to punt it out of there, and Hodgins stands at his, check that, the Panther 40. And Blake gets it out of there, going to angle it far side, and Hodgins goes over and secures it at the 40, 35 to about the 33-yard line. That's where he'll be upended, and the Pisgah Black Bears almost in field goal range.
Well, and that's what happens. That great punt by Cameron Walker, that's what happens here. You know, by the time we run our plays and we punt it back and punt return, they're basically 10, 12 yards better off than they were when they first punted it to us, Mike.
Yep, good call, Byron. We got to have our big Panther D right here step up and make a big stop.
Minute and 29 seconds left, third quarter. Griffith shotgun for the Pisgah Black Bears. Going to hand to White, going to push it far side. Got some green grass, 20, White. Knocked out of bounds at about the 15. That'll be enough for a Pisgah Black Bear first down. They'll stop the clock with a minute and 20 seconds left in the third quarter, tied at 7. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC, brought to you in part by Tassinger's Floor Coverings and Carpet One. They work with over 1,000 stores to get the best prices and the best service around. Go by and see Big Billy Hanley for all of your floor covering needs. It's Tassinger's Floor Coverings, Carpet One, West Palmer, Franklin, 524-8442. Back to action. On 1st and 10, hand to Wyke. Left side, Wyke. A little bit of a seam. He's going to move down to about the 5-yard line. We'll see if he got enough for another Black Bear first down. It looks like he did.
That is a long ways from us, Mike Wood, but it looked like a lot of second effort for number 3.
Yeah, you know, it looks like he's going to be tackled, and all of a sudden he's squirming up out of the pile and gaining another 3 or 4.
Minute 12 to go, third quarter. First and goal at the 4. Tied at 7. Pisgah knocking on the door. Griffith under center. And a pitch in the backfield of Mahaffey, and Mahaffey going to dive into the end zone for the touchdown. Pisgah scores with a minute and 7 seconds left in the third quarter to go up 13-7.
Quarterback turned around, pitched it to the halfback. It was almost like a dive play right over the left tackle. He cut it back to the right, pretty open, went in untouched for 6.
PAT about to be attempted by the kicker, Brian Castillo-Pena. Out of the hold of Colton Rogers, waiting the snap. It's back, he gets it up, and it's good. As we head to break, Pisgah now on top, 14-7. Back after this on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Bryson Burt with Homestar Mortgage. I am a direct mortgage lender and I finance dreams. Are you ready to buy a home? Good news, I can help you achieve the dream of home ownership. We have programs that can allow you to finance the dream with 0 money down. Here at Homestar Financial, we take pride in helping our clients find the perfect mortgage that fits their needs. If you or anyone you know is looking to purchase a home, let me help finance their dream. Call me today or stop by my office.
Side and get tripped up, and the Panthers take over about the 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well,
62 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Franklin trails 14-7.
A little extracurricular there that I think our sideline took offense to. But no flag. Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Gibson, well, work under center. And bunch trips to the near side and swing one out to Sequoia. Sequoia will be gain tackled at the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. They'll keep the clock ticking. We're down to 52 seconds left. Officially a gain of about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 8. Mark it right at the 25. Under 35 seconds left. As the Panthers approach the line of scrimmage, send one up top and one to the near side. Gibson under center. Going to pitch it near side at the 20. Nice blocking. 30 to about the 32. That was Isaac Dewey, but he's still going to be 3 yards shy of the line to gain. 3rd down and about 3, maybe 4 here. Marking back to the 31.
While we set up for this 3rd down play, a quick shout out to Hall of Fame coach Jeff Graham, listening out in San Francisco, California tonight.
That'll do it for the 3rd quarter of action here at the pit. We had to break with Pisgah on top, 14-7. Back for the 4th and final quarter on the Franklin Panther Sports Network after this.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
First down, he did. He'll move the chains.
Good hard running there by number 34, Isaac Dewey.
Still want to see this spot, though. Okay, that looks all right. Yeah, there we go.
They'll move the chains. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC brought to you by Swain Collision and Auto Body off of Lake Emery Road in Franklin. They repair all vehicles from the small economy cars to the big trucks to the big RVs. They work with all insurance companies and restore your auto to just like it never happened. Off Lake Emery Road, it's Swain Collision and Auto Body. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're on 33, working for the far hash. Gibson under center. Grabs the snap, going to pitch it to Dewey in the backfield. Dewey, left side, not much. He's going to be slung down by big 77 Merritt Kirkendall. That's going to be a gain of a yard. We'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Tough sledding, running the football tonight. But again, you got to keep trying it.
Down to 11 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game. Pisgah up 14-7. As Gibson, again, he'll settle under center. Take out, and we've got whistles and a flag at the snap.
Dylan Cochran jumped on it on this side, little jumpy.
Dead ball, false start on the offense.
Yep, it took him a minute to blow that whistle, Mike. I thought he might get away with it for a second.
Yeah, like a San Diego Char or whatever that referee in the NFL got fired for.
Right. I heard about that. I didn't exactly know what he did. Rare that you hear of an official getting fired. 3rd down, check that, 2nd down and 14 after the penalty. That'll push it back to the 29-yard line. Gibson shotgun. Drops in the pocket. A heave one near side. Harrison can't secure it at the 30. Gonna bring up third down and long, 3rd and 14 with 10:41 to go in the 4th.
Blake just threw that one behind Tyler right there, Mike. Wasn't a whole lot of room, to be honest with you.
No, there wasn't much going on there. Pretty tight coverage, and then the defense end on the opposite side was chasing Blake pretty hard. Not much on that play there.
10 minutes, 41 seconds left. Here in the 4th, 3rd and 14.
Update in Brevard tonight on that Mountain Credit Union scoreboard. Brevard now up 37-21 in the 3rd quarter.
Gibson on a play fake, drops deep in the pocket, plants his foot, heaves one to Cochran, caught 45, 46, maybe the 47-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Drags across the field and just jumps and extends for the catch. Another big play by the senior, Mike.
You know, that's what I'm saying. What a great catch there. And that's why when he jumps off sides, you don't get on him too hard. Number 4, Dylan Cochran, plays his heart out both sides of the ball. Made a fantastic catch. That was huge, guys. What was it, 3rd down and 13?
That's right.
Big play there. Chart that one.
Vacant furniture mark 1st down. Up to the 47. The very own Panthers will scrimmage there for the near hash. Twins up top with a split backfield behind Blake Gibson. Grabs a snap. Hands off. Tyler Harrison. Harrison, nothing. As you said all night, tough sledding up the middle. In fact, he lost a yard. They're going to push it back to the 46. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
It's certainly the toughest task our offensive line has had up to date this year, guys, up to this point. And it's not like they're stacking the box either, Mike Wood. I mean, they've got plenty of guys back here playing the pass because they have seen. We've shown this year we can throw it deep.
Well, just like Coach Josh said at halftime, there's 600 pounds up there. You know what I mean? On the defensive line, pretty stout.
4 wide set, 2nd and 10. Got a hand in the backfield. Harrison having to do what he can to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't. Loss of a couple of more. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long as we tick under 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in this one. Pisgah up 14-7.
And if you're not watching with us on our Backlot Cinema stream and listen to us on the radio, not only big, Mike, but they're athletic. They can move.
We're fighting our guts out there, guys. Another big 3rd down and 12. 4th quarter, down 14-7, 9 minutes left.
Well, line Sequoia, wide to the right. Trips on the top for Gibson out of the gun. On 3rd and long, drops deep in the pocket. Going to heave one over the middle, has a receiver. Was it caught? Coleman Saunders caught it at the 39. Moved the chains.
Another big play by a senior, Mike Wood.
Yeah, and Blake Gibson really cool in the pocket, had some pressure. Look for Coleman Saunders over the middle. Guys, we haven't thrown over the middle tonight too much. Looks like it's working.
8:47 clock. Stop briefly. That'll start to roll after they move the chains at the 39 of the Pisgah Black Bears.
I think on film, Mike, we saw a tendency for them to take that safety out of the middle of the field most of the time.
Shotgun for Gibson, drops in the pocket, loses the ball. Was it a fumble or was it a pass? He's going to fall on it. Looked like he went back maybe to pump fake and it slipped out of his hands.
He honestly just lost the grip on the football, guys.
Yeah. In high school, would that have been an incomplete pass or a fumble? Do you know if the arm moving like that is the same as college and NFL? I don't quite know. I didn't see a beanbag hit.
I'm going to go silent on you like you do me sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, hell, we're all learning as we go. You know, we don't know every rule, that's for sure. I sell insurance, you sell boats.
Pizza.
Oh, yeah, you're the pizza delivery guy. Hand to Isaac Dewey. Was a fumble. They're going to mark it back at the 45 as Dewey gains about 5, gains the fumbled yardage back. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11. 7 minutes, 36 seconds. Clock continues to roll. Another 3rd down and long coming up for the Panthers, trailing 14-7.
Yeah, in this drive we've converted a 3rd and 13 and a 3rd and 12. Let's see if we can do it again.
3 wide set. Twins up top, one to the near side. Shotgun, Gibson drops in the pocket. Got to heave one near side. Incomplete. Trying to hit Bailey Watts at about the 27. Got to bring out 4th and long. And you're at the point in the field where you're going to go for it. Trailing 14-7 with 7:17 to go in the 4th.
I think Blake was under a little bit of pressure right there. That ball sailed wide to the right. He's having a discussion with his running back there about who he should have picked up on the block. But yeah, we're going to keep him out there. Go for it on 4th and 11.
4-wide set, twins to both sides. Gibson out of the gun. Grabs the snap, drops in the pocket. Pressure is on. He's going to roll far side. Heave one. And it is.
That's got to be a flag.
Incomplete.
He didn't even turn around for the ball.
Incomplete, as Harrison was face guarded at about the 10-yard line. No flags, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Heaved it did Gibson to the far side of the field, and it was a little underthrown. The receiver face planted with Harrison, but they did not throw the flag. Pisgah will get it at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10, up 14-7 with 7:07 to go here in the 4th quarter.
You got to figure they're going to keep it on the ground here and burn some clock on us.
Griffith will work out of the shotgun once again. Pretty much all night he's worked out of the gun. He's going to hand it to McAfee, and McAfee is going to find a little bit of a seam in traffic across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Pisgah fans go crazy wanting a flag, but it wasn't a dirty play from my angle. Gains about 8, does Mahaffey. And it's going to bring up 2nd and short for the Pisgah Black Bears. 7 minutes exactly now, a tick under 7 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. As he went out of bounds, the clock is stopped. 2nd and 2, far hash. At the Black Bear 48. They'll pack it in there. Trips to the near side. White goes in motion. They'll hand off to McAfee. McAfee is fighting his way about the 50-yard line. He's going to gain right at 2, but still be short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and inches coming up for the Pisgah Black Bears. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left, 4th quarter.
You know, and you feel like this is usually the recipe we have right here, Mike, against Pisgah. Traditionally the stronger running team. We get this where we're up a touchdown and we just like to grind it out. It's going to be a challenge for our defense right here.
Griffith under center. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Gains about 5 into Panther territory. That will reset the sticks on the far side and start that clock ticking. 6 minutes, 17 seconds of the moving clock now in the 4th quarter. Portions of tonight's game on WFSC brought to you by April's Flowers on Main. Go by and see April Chastain and the staff at April's for all of your life's events. It's April's Flowers on Main. Small arrangements at the big special events, you can do it. 524-3223. Griffith, shotgun again. He's going to take out, hand off to White, upended at about the 41-yard line. Gains 5, does White. 2nd and 5.
Big tackle by number 10, Tyler Harrison.
Mark it down to the 40. 2nd and 4.
They're working on that clock, guys.
Down to 5 minutes, 35 seconds, and it's ticking here in the 4th. Franklin trails 14-7. A slobber knocker. Shotgun, Corey Griffith. He's going to hand off to McAfee. McAfee, right side, 1st down. McAfee still moving. 35, 32, maybe the 31-yard line. He'll pick up the 1st down, stops the clock. 5:19 to go in the 4th quarter. We have a flag, it appears.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Mahaffey. Oh, I'm sorry, George. Yeah, Mahaffey there listed at 5'8", 160 pounds, and he gets every bit of that 160, Mike. Runs hard.
Yeah, he does, and you said it earlier. He leans forward, keeps his pads really low, and just kind of follows his blockers there. Coaches over here were yelling a little bit. It should have been somebody setting the edge to turn that play back in.
Some big holding calls in this game for both teams. We'll push it back on the other side of the 50 now. Back into Black Bear territory. 2nd and 16 at the 49. Griffith's shotgun. Takes out. Hands to White. White cuts it up. Left side. Across the 45 to the 43-yard line. He gains about 7, does Hunter Wyke, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7 for the Black Bears. Now in Panther territory. They're going to mark it down at the 42. Clock now under 5 minutes remaining in this game.
These guys are grinding, I'm telling you. This is tough.
4:45 with the ticking clock. Down to 8 on the play clock. They got to hurry. Down to 5 on the play clock. Down to 2, down to 1. And whistles. Timeout called by Coach Brett Chappell. We will keep it here. Timeout's brought to you by Tassinger's Floor Coverings and Carpet One. 14-7. Pisgah on top of Franklin here at the pit. And we got some more scores on the Mountain Credit Union scoreboard, Byron.
Yeah, update over in Transylvania County. Brevard late in the 4th, up 37-28 over Hendersonville right now. And over in Silva, 4th quarter score, Smoky Mountain is up on East Henderson 35-21. Also looking at other area scores here on your Mountain Credit Union scoreboard, we have Raven Cap Nakuchi. It's now final. They win 48-6 tonight. Tuscola up 21-7 over TC Robertson in the 4th quarter. Cherokee handling Hayesville tonight. Cherokee, last report of that one was 49-14, and that was in the 3rd quarter. Robbinsville has now taken the lead over Swain County in the 4th quarter. They're up 14-6.
Fans in the stands doing the chicken dance. Back to action out of the timeout. Pisgah has 1 timeout left. Griffith shotgun, 3rd and 7. Grabs the snap. He's going to hand to Wyke. Wyke in traffic. Gets to the 40-yard line, but is stopped. 4-yard shot. The line to gain is going to bring up a 4th down and a decision. Brett Chappell, 4:22 with a ticking clock in the 4th quarter.
Bring on the punting team. 4th and 4. 4:17 now. Took almost 3 minutes off the clock.
Drain as much of that game clock now, I'm sure, down to there's 18 on the play clock.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going to go for it, it appears. Griffith takes out, pitches to Mahaffey. Mahaffey picks up the 1st down to the 34-yard line. That's going to move more clock. 3:49 to go in the 4th quarter.
Gutsy call there. And Mahaffey takes it off the right side. Got some great blocking up front on that right side.
3:40 to go in the 4th. 14-7. Pisgah on top. Griffith draining all of that play clock. It's down to 8. He snaps it with 5. Pitches it in the backfield to Wyke, I believe. He's going to be hemmed in and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard at the most. No, that's Mahaffey in the pile of humanity. Gains a yard. 2nd and 9. 3:21 to go in the 4th quarter. Timeout going to be called by Coach Josh Brooks. He's got 1 more left. We'll take a quick one. Back after this across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
You don't have to train like it's the biggest game of the year. That's nonsense. Use 1040.com. Your taxes, smart and simple.
To go. The 4th quarter, Pisgah 14-7, 2nd and 8 stop Pisgah here and have a little bit of time left. They've got one remaining as the pitch goes to Mahaffey. He's pushed back right at the line of scrimmage to the 29, and then immediately Josh Brooks calls another timeout. That's their final timeout to stop the clock, bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for Pisgah. 3:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. We will keep it here. Franklin trails 14-7, and a critical 3rd down here, Byron.
Yeah, great use of the timeout, because if you're going to get the ball back, this is the spot where you got to do it. You got to make a stop here, and then of course they've already shown their cards once by converting the 4th down just a minute ago. So they've got 2 downs to get 6 yards, and Josh Brooks and Matt Bradley want to talk to their team about it.
That timeout we burned early is hurting us a little bit. We didn't get aligned right on the first play of the second half. Had to burn one there.
Fans, next week, final regular season home game, final regular season game in 2018. We'll have it on the radio on WFSC, also on Facebook Live and YouTube Live as well, against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Battle of Cowie Mountain next Friday night here at the pit. 3rd and 6. Pisgah, I'm sure we'll keep it on the ground here. Up 14-7. Quickly to the line. Griffith under center. 3 backs behind him as he takes out. Drops in the pocket. Looks to fire. He's one to the end zone. There's a receiver in the end zone as he's falling down. It's White. Does he catch it? Yes, he does. In the end zone. Touchdown. Pisgah. That pretty much will ice it here.
Pretty good play there, guys. You know, great athlete there. Number 3, White, just made a double move. Had Coleman Saunders man-to-man, safety over the top. Tyler, great coverage, good throw. What can you say? Good play.
There's some question as to whether he landed at the 1-yard line or in the end zone. Officials discussed and decided it was a touchdown. 20-7, 3:08 to go in the 4th quarter. The AT about to be attempted by Castillo Pena. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it is good. 3:08 to go now. Pisgah on top, 21-7 as we head to break on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Welcome back to the pit as Pisgah will tee it up and kick it away to the Panthers. Now up 21-7. Castillo Pena sends it relatively short, pick up at about the 27-yard line by Saunders. He's going to race near side and then cut it up at the 30, up to the 35, 37-yard line, maybe the 38. That's where the Panthers take over. 1st down and 10, now trailing by 2 touchdowns with 3 minutes exactly remaining in the 4th quarter.
You know, biggest 2 plays of the game tonight, guys, for the Pisgah Bears, made by number 3. 2 scores. One he set up with a long run on a sweep, and then that 29-yard touchdown reception right there. 2 big plays by the senior and a kid we talked about right off the top of the broadcast.
Most of the fans now hitting the exits, the ones that were here. There weren't many. As the pass goes into the flat, complete Harrison, but tracked down from behind for a 2-yard gain. Bring up 2nd down. They're going to mark him back actually at the 39, just a yard gain. 2nd and 9 as the clock starts to tick down to 2 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Mike Wood, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest here. You know, they're not of the caliber of the speed that we see when we go off the mountain. But for a mountain team, they get to the corners pretty quick defensively.
Yeah, and you know, on defense, I think I got 10 seniors playing on defense, really well experienced.
Gibson in the pocket, going to heave one near side, in stride, caught at the 40. Saunders, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Franklin. It ain't over yet, fans. Ultimate Truck and Golf Cart, touchdown. Coleman Saunders scores with 2:17 to go in the 4th quarter.
Came from the left side, just ran a skinny post right down the middle of the field. Blake launched it up. Great pass, great catch. Good 50, 60-yard touchdown right there, guys. Onside kick coming.
Mike, where was the safety at on that one?
I don't know where he went, but he was gone. Had a single coverage with him.
Pennington's paint and body PAT about to be attempted. Some confusion.
They forgot the kicking block, so he's kicking off the ground. This is big, guys.
Waiting on the snap. It's back. The kick is up. And it's good. 21-14, your new score. 2:17 to go in the 4th quarter as we head to break on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Whistles at the kick and a flag down to the line of scrimmage. Looks like an offside. It's going to be called on Franklin.
We had quite a few guys ahead of the football on that one, Mike.
Yeah, they want to get that oblong object there.
Folks headed to the car. They might have stopped for a second, George. Got a 21-14 game, 7-point game again.
Onside kick, and if you get that back, who knows? Conway will tee it back up 5 yards deeper. And again, it's going to be an onside kick. It's on the carpet. And looks like Pisgah was able to recover it, and they were.
Very shaky there, though. A Franklin player had a chance to get that one, but looked like number 21, Hunter Davis, another senior for Pisgah, was able to pull it into his sternum there and protect it.
At this point, you just got to hope for a fumbled snap, fumbled exchange.
2:17, so they've got to do something with the football.
Mark it at the 48 in Panther territory. That's where the Pisgah Black Bears will take over. We'll pack it in there, and we'll pitch it to Mahaffey, and Mahaffey's upended for a 2-yard gain. It'll start the clock down to 2:10 to go. We'll see when they start the play clock.
And as a defensive player, Mike Wood, you're freed up right now to go for the ball.
Oh, yeah. They've been grabbing at the ball the last 5-6 minutes. That's why it's taking so long sometimes to take the running back to the ground. They're holding them up, and you see 2 or 3 Panthers grabbing at the ball.
Down to 1:52 remaining. 10 on the play clock. Pisgah approaches the line of scrimmage. Just a quarterback sneak right up the middle. Griffith still moving to about the 40, 41, maybe to 42. That'll be a gain of about 5 yards. Right up the gut on the quarterback sneak. Brings down a third, and we'll call it 4. Down to minute 22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Franklin trailing 21-14. At the pit, they're going to mark it back at the 42. Down to 20 on the play clock. They'll be able to drain it under a minute before they snap this third down and 4. Griffith under center. Going to pitch it this time to Mahaffey, and he picks up the first down, and that'll do it.
Oh, man, he just, he's tough. He's tough. We had him right there on the 40-yard line, George. He had 2 yards left to go, and he literally used one hand on the ground and, dare I say, bear crawled to the sticks. And that's a first down.
We'll just be able to take a knee now and head back to Canton. Victorious 21-14. Barring a late score, clock starts to tick down to 50 seconds left. Valiant effort, but it's going to come up short. That Panther offense and defense. Griffith just takes a knee. And we'll see when they start the play clock here. That may be the final play of the game. Haven't started it yet. And that'll do it. Pisgah will defeat the Panthers 21-14. Give Franklin their 4th loss. And the Pisgah Black Bears will secure their 9th win against just 1 loss here in 2018. Both teams now will shake hands at midfield. And our captain, Mike Wood, will catch up with Matt Bradley and get some post-game thoughts on this one. A tough one, Byron.
Yeah, you know, that makes that's their 3rd win in their last 11 tries for Pisgah. But, you know, don't take anything away from them tonight. They come out and played tough. But I'm going to tell you about my Franklin Panthers, George. They gave Pisgah all they wanted. I promise you that. All they wanted. And I had someone who was walking that far sideline tonight mention that was a nervous crowd over there.
All right. Mike Wood has caught up with Matt Bradley, who is going to shake somebody's hand real briefly here. And we'll head down for some post-game comments from defensive coordinator Matt Bradley. And Mike, take it away.
Hey, we're down here with Matt Bradley, defensive coordinator. Matt, great high school football game tonight, 21-14.
It was a great football game. I hate losing more than anything in the world. But if you look aside of that, I mean, we fought hard. They fought hard. 21-14, had a chance at the end, get an onside kick. The offsides, maybe we got to that first one. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But high school football, man.
Yeah, a couple good athletes over there. Number 3 was pretty good. I thought a turning point in the game when they flipped the field on us on that punt, when they pinned us in between the 5 and we couldn't get anything going, and they gave it to them inside their territory.
Yeah, that short field in that situation, that didn't help. We didn't have the edge support contained that we had, that we needed. A couple guys trying to guess instead of read some keys. Never fails, shows up.
But I tell you, man, really well prepared this week. Great coaching from a fan's perspective. Man, what a great football game to watch.
Yeah, thanks, Wood.
All right, yeah, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, Mike. And defensive coordinator Matt Bradley. Panthers lose tonight 21-14 to the Pisgah Black Bears, and they pretty much have secured at least a share of the conference championship at the Pisgah Black Bears. And they can close it out next Friday night. And the Panthers will be in action next Friday night against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs here at the pit. All right, on Facebook and YouTube Live, that is going to wrap things up on our live stream tonight. Thanks to everybody involved. We'll be on the air, both radio and on Facebook and YouTube Live next Friday night about 7:20 on Backlot Cinema's Facebook and YouTube pages. If you want to hear the post-game show, log on, WFSCradio.com. TuneIn app, search WFSC, tune in to 104.9 or 1050. We'll have the Curtis